Yo, welcome back to Catch Up with Stevie. This episode, we're going to be talking about the life after the passing of Nipsey Hussle. Let's get into it. Nipsey Hussle passed away in March 2019 at the hands of Eric Holder, age 33. Man, what a loss for the hip-hop community, man. Nipsey always tried to give back to his community, and even with him purchasing that whole plaza over there was like him giving back to the community so that people could work and have jobs in that community. So it's kind of a bummer that he got killed or whatever. But this week we're going to be actually talking about the Marathon store. Where is the Marathon store? We'll get into that. So basically, I want to give a shout out to a YouTuber and a documentary guy by the name of Ace's Live. Y'all should check his channel out. He did a good the story on the coverage of where the Marathon store is at too. Basically, he went out to the store in California and he interviewed a guy that was sitting outside, and it wound up being one of the more informative interviews I've seen in a long time. It was like the type of information that you really don't get, and for him to step out there, and you can tell this guy he's pretty serious. And at the end of this video, I want to do a little I usually give like a little insight about how I feel at the end of videos with the main person, but this one I want to highlight the gentleman, and his name is LIL Felony. Yeah, I feel like that story is very important to share. So let's get back into this whole thing, man. So when he ran up on dude, he basically gave him the whole breakdown, and I'll be showing clips of that interview pretty soon. So y'all check that out in a couple seconds. He basically told dude that within a month of Nipsey Hussle leaving this earth, they basically sold everything that was in the Marathon store, and the crowd still was out there. Like, people were still out there hanging out and basically like trying to keep Nipsey's name alive. And you know how those California neighborhoods are, they really do protect their turf. So from what he said, there was a guy that would sit out there and protect the neighborhood, and he was drinking one night and somebody came and stabbed him. So when that happened, they put up a green gate, and then somebody jumped the green gate and then broke all the windows. So that's when they boarded up the whole thing, and then they put up a taller gate to try to keep people out and things like that. So it was that's just a crazy situation.
What? In terms of what happened, why did they close, or do you know why they closed, or?
I'll tell you the whole story.
Okay.
Alright, when Nipsey died, they sold everything, right?
Yeah.
And then they closed.
Yeah.
But it ain't no gate here at that moment. So the crowd that you see from Nipsey death is laid out here. It never leaves. Alright, one of the homies from the neighborhood sits right here.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the night while he's drinking, he gets stabbed and he dies.
This is after Nipsey's passing.
Probably a month after Nipsey died. So after the homie died sitting right here, they come and put a gate around here. Bam, green gate.
Okay.
Alright, so somebody hops this green gate and busts every window off. Bam,
Oh, no.
bam. So then they double back and they put the wood up on each thing. Then they switch the gate and add barbed wire and make it hard so you can't just hop the gate. Then like 4 months ago, this dude was in front of the mural and he got shot in the process of taking a picture. And then after that, everything just got shut down basically.
And this was 4 months ago. Someone would just come in to pay respects by taking a picture, and
well, they had their chest poked out and they was having words with.
Okay, they were doing too much.
Yeah, and then they thought they were just gonna come take a picture.
Okay.
And it just didn't work out like that.
I got you. And so y'all actually put this here just a reminder to let people know what's going on.
Man could have did this, a random person could have did this. I'm not sure.
Do you still have people come out here to pay respect?
Every day, all day.
Okay. Wow, man. Did you know him personally?
I met Nipsey in 2003.
Okay, so can you give us like a cool story or like a short story?
One day, before...
Hold on, let me just change my battery because I'm about to die. Okay, so you say you and Cowboy were like...
Alright, we had a rap group. It was called Hood Unit. One day, I made a song with the dude that used to own the store before that store.
Yeah.
He used to sell clothes for $10 a shirt outside stores. And I asked him to make a CD for me. And he made a CD. It was called Crenshaw and Slauson. It had 2 songs on it.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I went out here and I tried to like tell my homies, hey, check my CD out, you feel me?
Yeah.
And they bought the CD instead of just checking it out. They was like, here's $5. So then I came back to him and I was like, bro, I don't got no more CDs. They bought it. I wasn't even trying to sell it.
Wow, that's cool.
And then he started printing CDs out. So one day Nipsey was parked right here.
Yeah.
Blue Cutlass.
Yeah.
And I tried to sell him my CD. Like, hey bro, check my CD out. And he like, what? This is hard. And he just, me and him clicked right there. Then one more night I was walking home this way. And Cowboy, I didn't know Cowboy from dirt. And I just was walking past him. I was like, get my CD. And he was like, hey homie, I got a studio around the corner, blah, 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 blah. Just give me your CD and I'll check you out. So I give him my CD. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to do music with this dude right here. But he like taking too long. I only got 2 songs on my CD and I need more music. And he like somewhere in between, he ain't pushing my music. So I called Cowboy, I just got met him. And he sent a car to my house and take me to his studio. And when I get there, I tell him like, hey yo homie, I'm the hardest rapper you ever seen before. He like, get in the booth and prove it. So then I get in the booth and then me and Cowboy click like that. So then Cowboy tell me I could take anybody to the studio that I wanted to take to the studio. And I came back up here and I was like, you. And Nipsey was one of them people. And then we went back to the studio.
Nah! Yo, that's love. Okay, and so y'all get it. All
right, so
how old were y'all?
I was 21 and Nipsey was 16.
Okay, yo, that's love.
So we get back to Cowboy studio. All right, Cowboy was a cool homie though. Like, all right, Cowboy, this would make sure I had the freshest clothes though. Like, this dude put an Avex jacket on me and I was just out here fresh, like every single day. And he had shows that he'd go to and he'd tell jokes. And then I'll be selling my mixtape, Nipsey would be selling CDs and weed, and we'll just all hustle right here, right? Then we would meet up at Cowboy House in the evening and we would record music and then we would go to Cowboy. Dang. Yeah. All right, so when we would get up to the thing.
What's up? What's going on with y'all? All right.
So when we would get up to the show the Cowboy would be having, we'll get there. It'll be bloods and it was in a blood neighborhood. And they didn't trip or nothing. And he told jokes and all battle rap against probably like 5 different people. And they had their own cliques and groups in the crowd, right? So Nipsey, back in these days, he actually had stage fright, believe it or not. And he'd sit in the audience. And when this clique over here yell out they clique, and you'll yell out your clique, I'll be up there by myself. We just got here, we don't know what's up. Yeah. And then Nipsey, he'll just start yelling out the crowd, Hood Unit, so I feel that energy, and I'm battle rapping 4 or 5 different dudes. And I'm like, hey Nipsey, come get on stage. And he got stage fright. He like, nah. I come get on stage, help me. Nah. And one day it's just 5 people, I'm by myself. Then he came on stage, and then we was fighting like
battling back to back.
Yeah, back to back with everybody.
Yeah, man, that's love, man. Man, that's love, my brother. Man, hey, you got your music on like
Yeah.
where we could check out your music, man?
You gotta just check out LIL Felony and then put Nipsey name next to it. Or Nipsey, Babysat Trip, and LIL Felony. Baby, that was our group. It was called Hood. That's how Hood Unit started. Other people made songs about Hood Unit, but it was really a group. It was my group, and then there was Nipsey and Babysat Trip. They'd come in like they bars or whatnot, and then Cowboy, he had the studio, and like he'd have cars, and he'd let us drive his cars, and he was a real big homie.
Let me ask you, like you seeing the growth between so much history that happened here, right?
Almost the whole thing.
You saw the whole thing, and now you saw him and his brother get the store. How do y'all feel about that, man? That had to be like, wow.
See, you miss your moments, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it'll be a special, a moment in history, a moment in time you could be sitting in, and you don't know that you in a moment of history, you in a moment of time. And that's what it was like. It was like history. It was like...
So yeah, man, shout out to your boy Aces Live, man. That was a great video, bro. Also shout out to LIL Felony, man, for giving that story. It was really insightful, man, to learn that how Nipsey was interacting with the people in the neighborhood. It's one thing for you to get it from like a news outlet or something like that, but it's one thing to hear it from the people that are actually in the neighborhood. And if there's one thing I can sort of prejudge, not to be prejudiced, but to kind of get a sense, like that dude LIL Felony is somebody that's really from the neighborhood. Like he's a day one type of guy. And as you can see, even though the marathon has moved on, he still remains in that neighborhood. Because if you know anything about California, you know that they're super loyal to their neighborhood. So man, it's just crazy. And in a way, he says like he was responsible for Nip meeting Cowboy. I believe that Nip was, no pun intended, so prolific that he would have found a way to make it. But at the same time, if anybody that knows anything, you need a little luck and you need a little push every once in a while. So sometimes it be those people that on your journey, those people that you meet on the way, that be important. So shout out to Cowboy too, man. You know, I'm just getting to learn about him and some of his story and stuff like that, and how you know, how impactful he was in the California community. So shout out to Cowboy too. I want to give a shout out to LIL Felony, and y'all can check out his music. It's in the description, so you can check out his music, and also check out Aces Live, man. He got a dope channel. He's about travel and tourism, so I guess his goal is to see the whole world. So shout out to your boy, man. I hope you reach that goal, my brother. This is Catching Up with Stevie. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.